Well, it's about 25 degrees at about 6:25 a.m. on the first full day of spring, March 21st, 2025. And I'm going to try to catch the sunrise. Yeah. On the first day of Actually, I looked it up. The first day of spring was yesterday, March 20, but it started around 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that would have been about 6 a.m. here. Yeah. So, but today's the first full day of spring, March 21st, the spring equinox, and the sun will be coming up over there eventually at around 6:57 a.m. today. And that's where the sun will be coming up, right there. It comes up there in March 21st, somewhere in that hole there, a little gap. Not so much a gap anymore. There's trees falling in it. Anyway, and in September 21st, it rises there again. Okay, hard to see my finger in this dark, but here, that's March and September, in that area. December 21st is over here, way over here, and in June 21st, it's way over here. So that's summer, spring and fall, winter. Okay. Anyway, that's what we got right now. First day of spring. It's right around 6:30 p.m. 6:30 a.m. right now. 6:30 a.m. on March 21. Might be a little hard to see, but that's a quarter moon on my tree, shining through the tree. There's a quarter moon up there. I call it a quarter moon. It looks like a half moon, but it's really a quarter. I forget which one. Third quarter, I think. I think it's the third quarter. Yeah, I can see the moon through the tree. That's cool. That's up there. That's the moon. And that's the neighbor. Okay. Well, it's about 6:50 a.m. now on March 21st. And it's getting closer. I think the sunrise is 6:57. I'm going to do something different today. I'd like to catch it here, but I got a better view of the sunrise on the road to the farm. Yeah, because there's less trees in the way. So I'm going to go there. Because I caught that one time. I was driving tractor early in the morning to pick up some bales or something. Do something down on the hayfield. And it just happened the sun was coming up. And it was such a nice view of the sun. And it just happened to be September 21st too. Anyway, I'm going to drive over there and see. It looks like there's a frost too. Yeah, it looks like there's a frost. Yeah, there's a frost out here. It's harder to see now because it's still dark. Anyway, I better get going. It's almost time to take off. So drive over there and catch the sunrise. March 21st, 2025, first day of spring. Spring equinox. Sunrise is, this shows 6:58. Well, this shows the sunrise and sunsets for March 21st, 2025. And right now it's 6:54, so I got to get going to catch the sunrise outside. There's even a little map on there of Washington County, or part of Washington County. Cool. Well, it's 6:56 a.m., so I got about a minute to get over there and drive down there and catch the sunrise on the road to the farm. All right, let's go. Well, it's just after 7 a.m. Yeah, the sun should be coming up. Actually, I saw the sun. When I turned the corner. Oh, about half a mile back, I guess. The farmer's, my hay field is right here. This is the start of the farm on the left. No, on the right. On the right. On the right. That's my hay field on the right. And there's the sun coming up. Yeah, but I'm sort of in a low spot. That's probably why it took longer for the sun to come up in this spot. But over at the corner, which is a little higher, around the corner behind me, I was able to. Yeah, I got to watch out for traffic. I'm right in the middle of the road. Anyway, there's the sun coming up. It's right. This truck says 7:02, but I don't know how accurate that is. But there it is. There it is. There's the sunrise. Let's see what the clouds do. Yeah, there's my sunrise on the first day of spring. It kind of lines up with the road, and it's a little bit. Actually, it's a little bit to the north of the road. Now that I look at it, that's okay. Close enough. See, there's less trees. There's trees there, but they're thinned out this time of year. Yeah, there's no leaves on them. So it's looking good. Getting brighter. Yeah, I just gotta watch my traffic. I can't really see nothing coming up in front of me here. I'm gonna put my. I should put my hazards on, but I won't be here too long. I'm gonna head back to the house as soon as the sun's up. Yeah. Oh, it's already up. Well, I can see the trees through the sun. I guess the camera don't capture it like I can see it, but I can see the trees in front of the sun. Yeah, but the camera don't show that. The camera just shows a glow, I'd say. The sun's almost fully up. Yeah, I just got to keep an eye on the behind me. Yeah. And in front of me, but I think I can see a little better now. But look at that. Yeah, look at that. I think the sun's fully up now. Yeah, it's fully broken the horizon. Yeah, all the way up. Actually, the trees kind of dim the glow of the sun a little bit. But if there was leaves on the trees, you wouldn't see it until it got above the trees. Yeah. Oh yeah, looking good. I can do the same thing in the evening. Yeah, still nobody coming that I can see. Okay, right now. Oh, when it started to come up, it was to the left or to the north of the road. But now it's right as it's up a little bit. It's right over the road. It's right in line with the road. Yeah, right in line right now. Right, it's right in line with the road. Isn't that something? This is an east-west road, and I'm facing east. Still no cars coming. That's good. Yeah, it's going to get brighter as soon as it passes those trees. Gets above those trees. It's near. I see a vehicle. Oh no, they just went by. they were coming from the left, going and they crossed right underneath the sun. It looked like a big truck. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. I don't want to block anybody's passage. Yeah, this is all I wanted to see. A nice sunrise from the first day of spring equinox, March 21st, 2025. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. All right, sun's getting brighter anyway. All right, I'll catch you back at the house, see what I can see there. There's a view of the sun from the pasture gate near the road. Let's go to the house now. A little late getting over here, but it's 7:15 now. Yeah, probably spent too much time over there on the other road, but yeah. At least when it comes up here, I can see it sooner. But in the wintertime, and it's over here, it takes forever to get above these trees. Yeah. One thing, there's a big hill there. Trees are higher on that side. Yeah, but in summertime, over here, when it comes up over here in June, yeah, it's easier. It sums up sooner. Yeah. So that's the spring equinox today, and yeah, I woke up early today. Couldn't sleep. Anticipate. Look at the shadows of the trees on the frosted grass down there. Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like this time of the year because the sun comes up clear in the spring and then in the fall. Let me get that. I don't like that red circle. The red circle with the green dot in the middle. Yeah. But if I can line this up just right, it disappears. There it is. See? There it's there, and there it's not. Yeah, I got to line it up just right. All right. Perfect. Okay. That's it for now. Yeah, today I'm going to be driving back to the lumber company and buying that 20-foot culvert again for the pond to replace the overflow culvert there since it got washed out. All right. Okay. That's all. Catch you later. I can see the leaves on the pear tree now. Yeah, frost is on everything. Yeah. Let's get another view of the sun. There's my move fence. Move from here to there. Looking good. Yeah, looking good. There's the sunrise near the north of the carport. This is my north side of my house, I guess. There's that red dot again, a red circle. Let's see if I can straighten this out. Let me get down lower. Yeah. Harder to do. Oh well. I just have to live with it. Oh, there we go. It's still there. Still a red glow around it. Yeah. That's the best I can get without the. Yeah. And there's the moon up in the sky. Oh, look at it. Some kind of bird. Yeah, there's the moon right about there. Yeah. I'm gonna get a shot of the moon from the other side. Because I already locked this door up here. There's a shot from this angle. Yeah. Nice sunrise. I think this is the view I was having this morning around 6:30. Yeah, of course I had my porch light on. Yeah, it still shows about 20, it's about 26 degrees. It was 25 at 6:30, so it warmed up a little bit. And now that's the sun's up in there. Okay, time to go back in the house and get ready to go to town. Get that 20-foot culvert. I'm gonna try to carry it on the back of the truck. If I put the tailgate down, and that's 10-foot, 8-foot bed, 2-foot tailgate, 10 foot. So only 10 foot will hang out the back. As long as I can hold the end down inside the truck, I should be able to carry it and tie it down. Good. I think I can do that. This morning the moon was shining through this area here. Now it's up there. It's going to get covered up by that jet trail. Yeah. Yeah, the jet trail is going to cover the moon up. There it goes. Right there. There's another jet came by and headed that way. Yeah, I can still see it. There it is. It's headed that way. Probably going to Texas. Hey, cardinal on the antenna. Yeah. Moon's portion. Look at that. That jet trail. I think that's a jet trail. Looks like a jet trail. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a cloud. It's white and it's covering up the moon. Right there. Alright. Cold out here still. It's about 7:30 a.m. now. It's about 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it's after 8:30 a.m. already, and I'm ready to leave for the leave to go by the 20-foot culvert that I'm going to need soon. I decided to go to the barn and get some baler twine to help tie that. I'll have to tie down the culvert if I can haul it on my truck. Well, at least I'm going to try anyway. If I don't think I can do it, I think it sticks out too far, or I can't hold it down, I can always pay to have them delivered again, like I did before. Well, I just got back from the lumber company where I bought the, what do you call it, the culvert, the 20-foot culvert. It's not going here though. It's going to go up by the other pond, up on top. Not top, but not over by the barn. Yeah, that's for the overflow. But I also stopped at TSC to buy some railroad tie, used railroad ties like I did for the other culverts. And whenever they get, I'm gonna set them down over there along that ditch. Not over there, because they're gonna start digging there. Whenever they start digging, they'll dig in there. But the culvert's gonna go there where that little hill is. There's that little hill. They're going to use that dirt. They're going to dig it, put a culvert that I'm buying from them, the excavator people, and I'm going to put a culvert in there, and then they're going to use that dirt and that hump to cover it up, and then I'm going to use those railroad ties on each end of the pipe, each end of the culvert. So I'm going to set them up down there. Yeah, I'm going to set them up down there, so they'll be ready. These two railroad ties, used ones, it's not as good a shape as the ones I bought before, but it's something. It'll still do the job, or they'll still do the job I'm intending them for. But I gotta change my clothes. I had help loading them at TSC. Yeah, so I'm going to change clothes so I don't get my good clothes all dirty again. Well, it warmed up to 46 by what is it, 10:40 a.m. now? Yeah. Oh, cat, stop pushing on me. What do you always want to push on me for? He's gonna rub my elbow with his head, don't you? Huh? Yeah, he likes that. Good boy. Got her up here, eating this grass. There's a bully. He likes to cross that log over there. Yeah, I thought that would stop him from going over there, but he doesn't stop him. That's why I'm leaving it there. I don't want them on the dam as much. They're tearing it down. Well, I'm going to drive the truck in now. There. I'm going to unload those railroad ties over there somewhere. Okay, let's go in. Oh, I better put four-wheel drive in. The ground might be soft down there. What is that? Oh, that's them glasses. I gotta get them out of the way. Well, whatever. Okay, let's go in. Better. Okay, let's see if I can find a place to put these. I'll put it right through here. That's the ditch is already deep there. Yeah, so they might start digging. They might start digging on this side. Still windy today, but right here it's pretty calm. But listen to the wind over in those trees. It's roaring. I'm protected by this hill and those trees. Look at the grass over there. You can see how much the wind's blowing over there. Here it's not so bad, but up by the house it's pretty strong, and I can hear the wind. Yeah, I was going to work on that hill today, grade some, but it's too windy and chilly too. But tomorrow's supposed to be warmer and less wind. Yeah, less wind tomorrow and warmer. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do it, because Sunday might rain, so I want to do it tomorrow before it rains again. Anyway, I'm working on this right here. I got to unload those two logs. Right, I'm going to put them here. That's not where the culvert's going to go though. See how they got to dig this out. Probably start digging here, 'cause that's already deep. Yeah, I'm going to put them right here. Right there. Yeah, this ditch is already, comes off the road. It's already deep enough here. It's deep here. Deep here too. So I'm not going to touch this. But they're going to start digging it there. And when they get to that mound there, right there where that area is, in there. He said he's got like maybe a 10-foot culvert that left over from a job, the excavator guy. So they're going to sell that to me, and they're going to, once they dig that out, we'll put that culvert in there and use that dirt from that mound and just drag it down and cover it up and smooth it out. That way I can still cross there, and I can still, I'm only be able to use the ATV over here anyway, but I can drive up on the top of that hill. I did it last time when I was checking the fence. It worked pretty good. Anyway, that's my plan. I'm going to unload these two logs, or railroad ties, right here, because they'll be out of their way. Yeah. And when they get the culvert set and the dirt finished over there, then I can use my tractor to pick them up, or I can just drag them over and set them up this way. Yeah, I'm just going to drop them off, railroad ties, two of them right there, temporarily, until they get this dug. We'll start digging over there, And when they get to here, when they dig, after they dig this out, they could put the culvert in, and then they can use their machine just to drag that dirt down enough to cover up this culvert and make a, a nice covering over it. Then I'll put a log here, a railroad tie here, and there on the ends of the culvert. And then they can continue digging this out. They're gonna dig it out and throw the dirt out here. Just leave it piled up. Just pile it up out here. I don't know how deep we're gonna go. I'd say foot, 2 foot. No deeper than that. It'd be something like that. That's about 2 foot. Yeah. Yeah, dig it and mount it up out here so it acts like a levee, especially over there. Yeah. And then they're going to go all the way down. All the way down to the end. I may have to take my fence down temporarily over down on the corner, but that's no problem. I can do that. While they're working here, I can take that down. They might even want to dig that first. Yeah, if they wanted to. So that way they'll know where they're aiming for. But the ditch is already here. I'll go ahead and walk up and down it just to show it to you. Yeah, there's that mound I was talking about, and the culvert's going to go in there, and they can use that dirt to cover up the culvert. Yeah, that'll work. And here's the ditch. Over the years it's filled up, especially right here, because I remember not too long ago, a couple years ago, I fed a bale here and they rolled it in someplace over there. And ever since then, I tried cleaning most of it out, but it still clogged it up. And then the water still flows down there, but not very good. Look and see how it dams up there. That clog there diverts it out to here, and I gotta stop. I don't like when the water goes this way. I want it to go that way. I guess I'll just keep walking. Yeah. Yeah, there's still a ditch here. I still see water in it sometimes, but not as much as it was before. Yeah, there's logs and everything here too. Yeah, you can see it goes down that way. Looks like this tree's dying. I think it is dead. Yeah. Yeah, all the limbs are falling off. That's right. It is dead. Probably from the cow feeding the cows underneath it. That one's still alive though. I don't even know what kind of tree that is. Yeah, they're going to dig this out eventually. They just throw the dirt, mound the dirt out here. That's what they did last time, but the cattle knocked it all down. You can still see a little berm here where they dug it before. This area here is still pretty deep. But then it goes out to the corner and levels out again. But I wanted to follow the same track, same path as it did before. And here that used to be deeper too. It all got filled in, and now the water looks like it goes out this way. Yeah, which means it goes out that way and then goes back along through there. That's where water flows when it comes out of this area. I can't even walk. Look at here. Here's where the ditch ends. This all got filled up over time. Yeah, but there is a ditch over there, so that's what they'd have to do. Continue this ditch through there. Actually, it goes through there. Yeah, I'll get a closer look. I can remove this fence. Yeah. You know, once they get it to this position here, they should be able to. Yeah, but I think it'd be better if I just remove this post. Yeah, remove that post and the fence. That way they can continue, and they can dig a little bit back in there to open that up deeper. Yeah, that's the goal, right through here. I'll just have to remove that one post, and I'll put it back after they're done. I can disconnect the fence right there, take it off, pull that post out. They can do their job. There's also another stream here, comes in off of that branch over there on the neighbors, but that's not a problem. Even if it gets down to here, as long as there's a ditch here, the water will go into it eventually. Right here, yeah, the water will go in. But that's where the ditch used to be, right there. Goes out around the corner, around the bend. Oh, there's nice. Oi! I leaned against the fence. I didn't get shocked though. I better test it. I got rubber soles on, that's probably why I didn't get shocked. Cattle are up there. Yeah, I was going to work on that today, but it's just too windy. Too windy and too cold. The water also goes out that way. It's not necessary. I'd rather have it go out here where it used to go. It only goes out there when it overflows through here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave them alone too. Those berms there from that, they dug that pond. Somebody. Yeah, the cattle are on top by the barn. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I want to record walking back or not. Maybe I will. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna walk on the other side this time. I'll walk on the north side. Oh, that wind and cold. Yeah, I should have been spraying this weed killer to keep the weeds down. That's what slows the water down and clogs it up. All these weeds. I thought the cattle would just eat it, but they don't. There's some weeds they don't eat. Yeah. Yeah, I should have been taking better care of this ditch. Yeah, but the trigger that set this off to clog up was that bale that got rolled into it. I don't really need to feed here when I feed along the bottom of that hill. But I just started to feed here because I could. A lot of logs laying around. Looks like my battery's getting low. Yeah, right here is the clog. Right there. And that's where the water was going out all the time. Flows out there. I better get done before my phone shuts off. I'm low battery. I'll go up to this mound here. Yeah, that's where I went to culvert, right through here. I think a bale got pushed in there too recently, probably this year, and dammed it up. There's cattle on top, the Highlanders and the white bull on the right. And that's this is that hill they're going to use. They can use this dirt from this hill here, little bump. Once they put the culvert down there and embed it down in there at the depth that we need, And they just take this dirt and drag it down however they want to do it. That works good. One thing that, oh, it's real quiet here. There's hardly any wind here. Yeah, so quiet. Yeah, that's the culvert's going to go there, below that little bump in the ground. Right. Yeah. I gotta go. I gotta unload these things yet. Yeah, that's the better of the log, the ties. That one was not very good, but compared to the other ones that I didn't take, it's not too bad. I'll check the other side's better, I think. Yeah, at least there's one side that's good. I'll leave these sides up when I set them in place. And I'm going to be using them right about here and here once they set the culvert in there and cover it up. And then they'll, I don't know if they want to do that first or last. Get this digging in. I don't know if they should start from the other end or start here. I'll let them decide. Yeah. Anyway, that's the plan, but not today. They haven't called me yet to tell me when they're going to do it, so I'll just wait and see. It might be a while. They might be busy with other jobs. They'll probably do my job when they have nothing else to do. That's my guess. Because this, he said, I think this is a small job compared to what they normally do, like digging ponds and building roads and things like that. Yeah, this will work out pretty good with that extra dirt there. Yeah. 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 Culvert there. And the dug out from back there where it gets shallow, right at the end of those logs. Railroad ties. I guess I better drop them on the ground and I'll just rest the rest of the day. I'm gonna wait. You know, they said they're gonna deliver that other culvert, the 20-foot culvert. That's a I bought these at TSC and I bought the other thing at RP Lumber, the culvert at RP Lumber, because TSC doesn't sell culverts unless you buy them online, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, unload those two and I'll just be waiting for them to come deliver that culvert like they did before. Okay, I can leave. Go back to the house. Oh, there they are. The two railroad ties are out there, ready for when they dig that ditch out. Well, it's 1:30 p.m. and it's still windy. Yeah. And they haven't delivered the culvert yet either. Well, I got nothing else to do. I'll just wait. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. Warmer and less windy. And I'll do some blading tomorrow with this blade here. And I'll just drive up the hill over there by the barn and I'll try to push the dirt, grade that hill off some more backwards, going down, backing down the hill. See if that will work. At least the hill's dry now, and it'll still be dry tomorrow too. Yeah, it's still windy. Even with the cold wind, it's still warmed up to about 53 degrees, so that's something. It still feels cold. Even though it feels cold, it's still warm enough to grow grass. Alright, it's warm enough for the grass to grow. Yeah, that's good. Cattle are out there eating it. That's what I like. I like the grass to grow. Yeah, it'd be nice to get that ditch dug someday, one of these days. As soon as they get around to it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'll start grading that hill tomorrow. Supposed to be warmer and less windy, so I think I can handle it then. Just don't want to do it today. Too cold and too windy. That's the main thing, it's too windy. Look at the pears are blooming, starting to bloom. Hard to see right now, but the red buds are starting to turn purple. Yeah, the little purple flowers are starting to come out. That's why they call it red bud. Well, you can see the red bud better, the red flowers better, when it's got a dark background back there. The ones up here, can't see them as good. Yeah, I can grade this. I think I can drive up. It's kind of on a slant this way, but I was able to drive up. No, I was able to, last time I graded it, I was able to back up and then grade it down. Up and down, up to about here, from here to there. Yeah, I think I went that far. Wherever the grass stops, yeah, I was able to grade that much. So if I can pull up, if I can drive up and then back down, that'd be pretty good. That way I can just push it up close to where I need it, to that culvert. But I'll just have to wait and see if that'll work. And I'll do that tomorrow. Alright. Still waiting for that 20-foot culvert to be delivered. Oh, it's still windy. Still windy. Yeah, too windy for me to work. I don't like to work in the wind if I don't have to. Especially the cold wind. Everybody's eating the grass. But they'll probably come back to the hay eventually. They always do. And I think I'll feed them hay tomorrow after I get done blading that hill over there. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to drive across that. If not, I can drive around the other way by the road. Either way, I'm going to get my bales tomorrow. Before the end of the day anyway, because it's supposed to rain on Sunday. Maybe. I called the lumber company. They said the truck is on the way, so should be less than half an hour then. Only takes a half an hour to go to my house, maybe less. Yeah, but look at that. I'm sitting inside my truck just because it's warm in here, and look at that wind blowing. Whew, it's cold out there still. Look at that wind. Yeah. Oh well. Sure been a windy March. Yeah, windy March. Well, it's just after 2 p.m. and they showed up. Yeah, I just slid it onto my truck. Yeah, that's how I would have had to haul it on the highway, or at least kept it over on the passenger side. And that's just, I think that's even against the law to have it sticking out that far. I didn't want to take a chance to get pulled over for that. So even with the red flag on the back, yeah. It's better if they delivered it. Anyway, I'm going to haul it up to the up to the top of the hill there and set it where it's going to go, so it'll be there when they start to work, when they get ready to do that job. Looks like the cattle are back to eating hay again. Yeah, eat a little hay, eat a little grass. Yeah, whatever tastes good. Well, hay is just dried grass anyway, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna drive it up. I'm gonna go back it in on the other side of that tree. Well, that's just about how long the concrete one that was in there. Of course, the concrete one was in sections, and the sections, I guess the joints, the sections came loose or something, and water started leaking out of them, and that's what eroded the dirt. But this one won't do that because it's solid. Yeah, it's about the same length. Push that out as far as that concrete culvert there. And the reason that's so low and this one's so high, this side in the culvert, the concrete one for the overflow, because as that ground eroded underneath the concrete culvert, things just kept sinking because there was no more dirt to hold it up. But this should work once they put it in. I'm not going to leave it there though. I'm going to put it up by the barn. Keep it out so it's out of their way until we need it. Anyway, I got it. That's the main thing. I got it. And I'm glad I got the whole one. I thought I'd just make it short, but it's best to have it longer. They're going to have to find the dirt. They have to dig some. Hope they bring a dump truck from there. And they're going to need some extra dirt here to make up for what's washed away. I'll just do it there. It's out of the way. Cattle came up to see what I was doing. There are all three of them here now. 1, 2, 3. They're all lined up. Okay, I'm done for today then. That's all I was waiting for this to be delivered and to test it. See if it was long enough or too long. But it's just right. Just right for there. But this will probably be the last job that they do. Yeah, I want the one down out in the big pasture, that job done first on that culvert. Then I want the job done along that stream down at the bottom behind the house here. And then this one would be third. Looks like Whitey, little bully, he caught up to him. He's bringing up the rear. Actually, it wouldn't hurt to take some dirt off of this whole side here. So it's too steep. Yeah, they walk down through here, but it's too steep. They need to shave off some of that slope. Yeah, if they can do that and get the dirt that they need, that's good. Yeah, as long as they got a truck to put it in. I don't think they can carry it around unless they have a bucket on their machine. Well, it's 2:30 p.m. now, and that's all I wanted to do today. I'm not even going to go out to the big pasture today. Yeah, I don't need to. There's no cows that are due to calve anytime soon that I know of. Okay. I'll probably call it today because it's getting cloudier. Yeah, it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow though. Sunny and warmer with less wind. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Use this blade. Use this blade to try to push some dirt down that hill by the barn. And look, I can see green trees. Trees are starting to get green. Not the evergreen, not these cedars like these here. I'm talking about the light green. There's some light green foliage starting to pop out. Yeah, I can see some light green ones. Yeah, not very many yet, but getting there. Pretty. It won't be another month or so. All the trees will be green again by the end of April, I'd say. Okay, I think it's just ended here and be done. All right, that's all for today. Burn, baby, burn. I got bored at home. Nothing to do. Nothing on YouTube either. And the MSN is all old news. Yeah. I got it stacked up pretty good. My plan here, well, mainly to get some of this loose stuff burned up. It was dead anyway, dry. But since I want to burn it, I figured I'll just try to burn that tree there. It's gonna fall. Yeah. Yeah, there it goes. But what I would like to do, see, I had to move that out of the way. I didn't want that catching fire. Probably got some creosote or something in it. But the back side of that tree is still alive. Yeah, there's still bark on that tree. So I figure if I burnt this side all the way to the live bark, oh, there it goes. It's going to collapse on me. That's okay. I'll just pick it up again when it dies down. I got those 2 bags of trash in there. That should keep it going for a while. I want to burn everything up here, and then hopefully it'll, with the wind blowing it that way. Oh, there it goes. I'll pick them up. As it burns, that because the wind's blowing this way, it's blowing toward the trees. That's my plan. As long as the wind don't catch anything else on fire. Yeah, it's not too windy back in here. Not like it is other places, but there's enough wind to keep the fire going that way. Anyway, if I can get this part burnt down here, maybe if there's only living bark left there, maybe that'll die. One. The other reason is maybe if there's enough burnt down, maybe I can just bend that over. Yeah, that's just a thought. But at least there'll be less to cut if I have to cut it. Let's see if I can pick up some of them loose ones that fell over. Yeah, I got to get them up closer to the tree now. I think it's burning good though. Oh man, it's hot. Burnt my face off. Woo! Almost singed my beard. Oh man, it's hot. I gotta let that cool down. I threw some of them up there, but I couldn't get. Yeah, I need to get that big one up there. I'll wait till it dies down a little bit. I threw some up, whatever I can throw, I throw them up to the top. That way when they burn down, the coals. Yeah. There's a little thing sticking up right there on this side. It wasn't broke off. And it's catching some of them boards there, so that's good, I think. Okay, let me see if I can get some more on. Got that big one on top. Oh man, okay. Yeah, the wood on this side was dead. The wood on that side is the bark is alive. But with this heat, I don't think it'll survive. It doesn't matter if it survived or not. I wasn't going to let it grow back. I was intending to just bring a chainsaw and cut it off at the bottom, but if I let this burn, even if it don't burn it all down, we'll see what happens. But if it don't burn it down, burn that tall one off, and so I can bend it over. Look, it's smoking up at the top, and I can still cut it off with the chainsaw after it cools off. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to, enough will burn at the bottom that the only thing be left, or actually there won't be nothing left, and I can bend it over and let it burn better that way. Yeah, it's cooking pretty hot there. I need to throw some of these little ones up. Man, it's so hot. Oh, I forgot one. Trying to rake it up closer, but I couldn't get, it was too hot to get close enough. Now at least I'm getting this little stuff that was over here. Well, I guess it wasn't little. All the broken pieces over here burned up. Thought about burning that stuff there, but well, that stuff is green and it probably wouldn't burn very good. Yeah, one of these days, someday I'm going to come through here and all these dead limbs, I need to pile them all up and burn them out here. But they're not in my way, so I just watch it burn down and keep it raked up to the tree. See where it goes. Actually, when I put this fence up, I didn't put it all the way to the property line. I put it here because in the olden days there was always trees on the property line. Because I saw an old fence there embedded into those trees. Yeah, wherever there's big trees, usually I find barbed wire in them because they were small when they had the barbed wire. Anyway, and I didn't want to. It was hard to put a fence through there, so my property line is probably there where those big trees are. That's my guess. I measured it once, and yeah, that's about where it came. But I stuck it in here, in farther, because there was less trees to clear. There's less stuff to clear. Yeah, same thing. Going up the other way. I can't even get off the truck. Yeah, there's these big trees through here. Yeah, and see how the fence goes out. I was going out a little bit farther to the property line, but I couldn't go in too far. Oh, some of the cattle came up here. Yeah, but some of these older trees, they were probably right on the line. Yeah, that's why I was able to go out like that. Yeah, I just didn't want to mess with all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, boy, I dropped my matches. Some of the cattle come up. They came back up here. There's one there, two there, and Bully's there. I don't see the rest of them. They're probably somewhere. I just don't see them. Bully came down to get a drink. Bye, Bully. Look at him walk. He's the boss. He's the boss out here. And if that little bully at the house is anything like him when he grows up, he'll be the boss down there. Unless I get these other, that black bull calf. Where's that black? I don't see that black one. Yeah, the third calf from last year of that cow there. It was black calf, black bull. Yeah, that white bull, I'm gonna leave him here. Yeah, for now anyway. Yeah, I like the way he grew, so I'll be watching him. Anyway, he's a year old next week. Today's 21, so yeah, one more week. He'll be 21. He'll be 3-year-old. Yeah, but her black calf from last year, yeah, I'm gonna take it up to the house. Maybe I'll take that other little calf too, that other little bull calf too. Yeah, keep them up there. Well, here's a good shot of the branch now in the dam. Branch goes all the way out. Yeah, I thought about making it farther down, but then I would have to take these big trees down. There's some big trees down in there, and I didn't want to do that. All they needed was a big enough pond so they can have water, and this is all they needed. And the bigger the pond, the more it cost. So this thing cost $5,000 just by itself. But anyway, fire's getting lower. I need to push that big log up. Yeah, but it's still hot though. We'll see. Oh, that's part when I went over there to get my matches that fell on the ground over there, fell out of my pocket. I touched that yellow pole. It was hot. I thought it might melt, so I took it off that post. I'll put it back on when the fire's. Look at that coals burning in there. Yeah, I wish I got some coals on. Need to get some coals on this side. That big log, the one sticking out here, yeah, I threw it back up, but it's still in one piece. Yeah, it's sticking out on the other side, but once it burns in two, yeah, I'm gonna swing this piece here. Once it's a separate piece, I'm gonna swing it up against this side here. I need some more. I got a shovel. When I get more coals, I'm gonna put more coals on this side. Maybe even on the back side too. We'll see. One step at a time. It's dying down a little bit. I could probably move that piece there. While I was waiting for it to burn down, I saw a bunch of limbs on the other side of the fence there. So I pulled them out. They're all dead. And I found some of these in front of the truck. Yeah. It's almost too much work. I had to use a pitchfork to drag them over to this side. I'll take a little break, and then I think that big piece, that long piece, that broke in half, I could see the other half popping up. I'm gonna get them both up on top if I can. Yeah, here's one half of that piece, and here's the other half. So I'm gonna get them up near the top. Then I'm gonna start throwing them things around. I'm gonna throw some of them around the back side. I'm gonna get some of these coals first. Yeah, I got to be careful though. I don't want nothing falling into where that culvert is. Yeah, because there's not much room over there on that side. I don't want to burn my culvert up. It's only plastic. I put a log here. I'm gonna take that shovel and get some coals and put them around it. The other side's got plenty of coals, but these two sides they don't. And that's where the live bark is. It's probably dead anyway now. Maybe it'll burn it. And then once I get the coals there, I'll start throwing these smaller branches on and let them burn. And them too. Keep this fire going. Well, I got that, all them logs here and here. Got up there, and I took that metal post that was there, so in case it decides it wants to fall. Hopefully it won't fall on my thingamajig there, my culvert. That's hard work. Hot too. When that all dies down, and done burning down to coals, I'll see how strong that thing is. See if there's any strength left to it. I might try to pull it over, but I can't do that until all this stuff burns down. But I got time. It's only about 5 p.m. I got 2 more hours of daylight. I think the sun sets at 7:12. Still high right now. I think it's after 5, I know that, 5:30 maybe. Anyway, That stuff's all dry, so I shouldn't take. So that big one was hollow. It's a sassafras. I think squirrels were using it as a nest. Until it fell down. Yeah, I think the one that's going to be left is that big root. There's a big root there. Yeah, it was heavy. I put it there to help brace everything up, and it's working. Yeah, and that I put that log there because it was in a wet spot, so I figured it was still a little bit. It wasn't. It was kind of heavy, so it was somewhat solid. So I put that there to hold the coals. It wouldn't burn up as fast as the ones on top. Okay, I just have to wait now until it burns down. I was thinking about getting a view of that sunset from the farm road there. Like from the same place that I was sitting this morning when I got the sunrise, except in the opposite direction. Well, we'll see. I think there's too many clouds for that, but I'll wait and see. Hopefully I'll be done here by 7. Sun goes down at 7:12. I may have to go around 6:30, so still got an hour or something. So that should be burned down pretty good by then. It'll probably still be burning tomorrow, so I want to make sure this is mostly burned down before I leave today. And if I miss the sunset, so what? It's not as good as the morning one anyway. There's plenty of trees on the west end of that road. As you're looking toward my place, and I have a lot of trees looking east, so you're not going to see much this side yet. Yeah, it's burning good. Some of them fell down, but the thing that's not burning is that the other side there. There's a big wall of wood there, and it's exposed. Yeah. Well, hopefully this will burn the live bark and weaken the tree enough to. I'm hoping I can be able to bend it down once its coals die down. I gotta charge my phone. I'm gonna get the top of the tree, or stump, or what do you want to call it. Yeah, burning pretty good. Oh, I can see my shadow. Oh, that's it. Burn that thing up. Yeah, there's a lot of coals there now. See, there's a big wall of wood right there that didn't break off. It was probably partially alive. Yeah, the only part that didn't break off clean. Yeah, that's actually what I was hoping that would burn up. It's pretty thick. Yeah. We'll see. After all the coals die down, if there's anything left, I can always cut it with the chainsaw. At least all the debris is picked up. The small pieces and big pieces too. Oh, I sure was wrong at the time. It's already 6 p.m. Yeah, it's a lot later than I thought. I guess time flies when you're having fun. This is better than sitting in the house watching YouTube. Actually, today wasn't that bad, except for the wind. Temperature was chilly, but that's because of the wind. Actually got in the 50s, so it's not so bad. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 60s. Yeah, I'll wait and see about that. But it's supposed to be sunny and less wind. Yeah, if there's no wind, then the sun can warm it up. Yeah, see there's that big wall of wood right there. Yeah, it was left. It didn't look like it burnt very much. It was kind of wet. Well, I gotta pick up a few branches, logs there, roll them in. I got a few of the old pieces to throw up too. I use a pitchfork for that. The rest of the cattle. Okay, other calf, let's run around. Yeah, Run, look at, hey, these are going. That little guy was going, or one of them. I think that was the youngest one. I'm not sure. They all look alike now. Until I get up close. Bully brought them back. There's another one over there. Oh, there's an owl. Woohoo, woohoo. Yeah, there's another calf over that way. Okay, that's the youngest calf over there. I know the cow. The cow, that's her second. Yeah. Yeah, so the other one must have been the second one. Here's that one again. Yeah. You know, you get one calf running, and they all start running. Yeah, there's two of them now. Yeah, that's the striped cow, or brindle cow, and it's her calf. That was the last one born. And this other one is that from that red one. There's the mama cow, but I don't see her calf anywhere. That's her calf. Yeah, there's mama. That's the oldest cow there. Yeah. I see two calves. Oh, now the calf saw me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's two of them. Yeah. I think this belongs to that red cow. Yeah, she's coming up behind there. Oh, there's the other calf from the mama cow. That taller calf, light brown one. Yeah, there's all three of them now. There's all three of them. Yeah. Yeah. Kathy saw me investigating, or she is. Yeah. That's the girl. The one behind the bull that's coming out behind the bull, that's the girl. That's the first one. This is the second one. And the one that coming down the hill with its mama. Yeah, right there. The one running around. That's the youngest one, and that's the bull. The two females have black noses. That's good. I'm going to keep them anyway. But the male pink nose, if he grows up to be a good bull, I'll take him to the Highland cattle. He can live there. Oh boy. Who we got there? Oh, they're coming to get a drink. That's that cow had the last calf 4 or 5 days ago, and that's probably the one running around. No, the one running around I think is that the red cow's calf. Yeah, because it's got black nose. Yeah, the calf was the last one born next to that cow getting a drink, and the other calf, wherever it is, it's up there. Oh, there it is. There it is, behind the bull. That's the one that's over a month old. Okay, get back to my fire. Oh, I'm on top of the hill. Let's see. Yeah, I'm on the top of the hill. Well, when they start working on this, they're gonna tear this hill down and spread it out in there. I got another hill here. They're going to spread it out underneath the truck here. That hill's going to go here, and this hill I'm standing on is going to go in there. They probably put some in here too, but this is a high spot. That's a low spot, a high spot, or not so low anyway, and this is a low spot down here. So that dirt can go here. Some of this dirt on this big hill can go there, and some of it can go here too. Wherever it's needed. Yeah, I gotta go check that backside. Those logs there look like they need to be repositioned. Here comes that black nose heifer. Here's the other heifer over there, the older heifer. That heifer is over a month. That one's over a week, and that was less than a week. I'm pretty sure it's less than a week on the right. I couldn't remember if I recording this side or not. Yeah, anyway, I need to break some of it up, repile it. That log at the bottom is still not busted yet, the one underneath that stump, the root. 6:15 already. It's getting late. Yeah. I'm just gonna let this burn down. I think it's safe enough out here. No other fire started around me yet, so it should be good. But I'll stay a little longer. I guess I'll miss the sunset. And where I go, the smoke follows me. That's a little better. I'm just gonna let that burn down now. I'm not gonna stir it up anymore. The only one I gotta worry about is this one here, but I can't move it because it's the only thing holding it away from the culvert. Yeah. So I'll just leave that alone. There's plenty of coals on this side anyway. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work. I was raking some of these coals there, and all that sawdust that was, or rotten wood that I dug out of the middle of the tree here the other day. It's not burnt. I guess it was kind of wet, and then it just didn't burn up. So I just left it. Make for a good shot if I wasn't for the smoke. Yeah. Oh, that's part of the picture, I guess. How about this one? Yeah, sun's a lot lower than I thought it was. Yeah, I got an hour, less than an hour before the sun sets. It's about 6:20. Sun goes down around 7:12. So that's the way it is. So I'll just wait for it. Yeah, maybe I'll get a sunset from here. Look at that. Look at that bird. Anyway. Yeah. I'll go over there, get a sunset down that way. I'll still get a sunset, it just won't be on the road. Well, at least I burned what I needed to burn. I still like to bend that over. Yeah, I'm gonna try something. See if it'll work. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can push on it from the top. Can't hurt. I'm gonna try backing the truck up to that tree. I got a rope. I'm gonna see if I can loop the top and pull it with the truck, because I couldn't push it with the shovel. It wiggled, but that's about it. I'm gonna try a rope from there to the top, see if I can pull it over with the truck. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull that. If I can loop the top with a rope without burning myself, or the rope, I can tie it to the ball hitch and then pull. See what I can do with that. Fire's still burning. How's that? Think that'll work? This hook good on top. Well, don't have a very good view, but let's see what I can do. Oh, where was it? I think I got it. Well, I got it bent over, but I don't think that's going to burn. At least it's bent over. Okay. Yeah, that wood is still green, but it was thin enough to bend over. Yeah. Oh well, I still have to bring a chainsaw out here, but at least I got it bent over a little bit. Yeah, there aren't enough coals here to finish burning that, so I'm just gonna let it go out. I'm gonna take these coals and push them onto the other side, get them away from here, case I don't want nothing rolling down the hill here into the ditch where the culvert is. Okay, let me clean up the coals from the other side. I'm gonna rake them around over here. At least it'll be safer there. Well, it's not a sunset, but looks pretty. Got the yellowish orangey glow. I think it's shining through some clouds. It looks just as good this way too. Yeah, I gotta get those coals away from that side there. I'm low on battery anyway. Again, I bent it down some more, but it's still connected. I could probably saw that off. Yeah, but it's too hot right above the fire. Yeah, maybe I could just pull it this way, it'll snap. At least I got the coals away from this side. They're going out already. There's nothing left there. There's no chance of anything rolling down the hill. Well, that's all I can do. I twisted it as far as I could. It's too green. It just won't break. And it's too hot to get a saw on there. I'll saw it when the fire cools off, maybe tomorrow or whenever. Well, at least I got something done on it today. See how green it is on the inside. Yeah, that's the bark. That's the outer bark up there. This one sticking out. That's the that's underneath the bark. Okay, I did all I could with it. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But I'm gonna do some blading tomorrow. I think I got a message from that excavator guy. I have to read it. I think he left a voicemail, but I didn't have time to look at it. But I will. Maybe they're going to tell me when they're going to come. Yeah, it's as good as I can do for now. Yeah, as good as I'm going to do. As good as I can do. The sun's getting low too. Okay, time to go home. Everything looks safe here. I moved that metal pole back to where it belonged and put the pipe on because it's not hot anymore. So, yeah. I'll see what's left tomorrow. Unless I'm a bit too busy to come out here. Okay, I'll just let this go. I'm gonna go see what time it is, and maybe I think I'll stay out here till the sun sets though. Well, it's about 6:50 something. I can't look at the sun. It's too bright. I have to hide behind the camera or hide behind the phone. Too bright. I can't look at it. Hurts my eyes. Did I say it was about 6:50? Maybe 6:55. Oh wait, 6:53. I'm using a truck. Yeah, I have to let I used up my portable power pack battery. I used that up already. It still went down low, so I'm charging it with my phone or my truck now while the truck's running. If I shut the truck off, it only keeps charging for about 5 minutes and then it shuts off. So I'll do that. It'll keep charging for about 5. When the time shuts off on my display, that means it's not charging anymore. Then I just got to turn the key and it'll start charging again. But anyway, sun's going down, so I'll just wait here. This is as good as it's going to get for sunset. There's less trees in the way if it stays in that gap. Okay, I'll just wait here. I'll probably walk down to the fire too once in a while. see what's going on down there. But I'll wait. Sun actually ain't setting yet, so I'll wait some more. Well, it's 7 p.m. right now, and it's got about 10, 12 minutes before sunset. I say 10. I can see the cattle. I gotta hold the hand over the sun though. I gotta block the sun. It's still too bright. But I can see the cattle bit down there. Barely. I'll check back in 5 minutes. Well, I was waiting. I walked over there to that post so I can check. I checked the south fence and I checked the north fence, and they're both working good. And while I was over there, I saw something out in that neighbor's field across the little stream there, out in this field. And it was 2 deer. So I mooed, and then they ignored me. They was watching me as I was walking over there, and I started mooing like a cow. And then they didn't care. They started eating again. As long as it's a cow, they know what a cow won't bother them. So I fooled them. But they were down in that bottom across the fence, across the creek. Anyway, it's about time to check the sunset again. Yeah, it's about 7:05 p.m. I think it's got about 5 or a few minutes. Anyway, I'm going to start the truck. It looks like it's got low battery. I thought it was charging, but I guess not. When I first parked here, the sun was over that bigger gap to the left. I thought I was going to catch the sun going down there, but the sun goes down sideways. It goes down on an angle toward the right. Yeah. It does that the whole time it's in the sky. It's always angling down, angling to the right. Yeah. Now in summer, you won't see that much of an angle because the sun's more or less overhead. Yeah. I could end of June. Yeah, the sun's more or less overhead over the what is it? What is the one up here? Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn? I can't remember which one's which. One's north and one's south. Yeah. Anyway, one of them, it's equator, and then there's 2 lines, north and south of the equator. And the north line is in June 21st. The sun is over that line. And in March and March 21st and September 21st, the sun is directly over the equator. If I remember right, yeah, that's right, yeah. And in wintertime, it's over the southern line, yeah, on the south of the equator in September. Okay, sun's getting low, and it's 7:06 or 7. I'm not going to see too much more because the sun's getting low. Okay, I drove up to the cattle to see the sun. You can just barely see the sun. Yeah, it's back there somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the fire after the sun goes down. I got headlights on my truck, so I ain't worried about it. Let's get a closer look. I think I scared that calf. Yeah, I think the sun's gone. Sun is gone. Oh, there's everybody. Can't see them, but they're there. It's too dark to see. What was that boom? Felt like something was rolling around in the back of the truck. Yeah, there's the 3 calves. Two on the left here. The older one and the youngest one on the left, and then the red cow and her calf is on the right. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the fire. There's enough light down here for some reason. Probably because I wasn't looking into the sun. Oh, my angle is off. because I'm going down into a hole. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, who knows? Maybe that fire's gonna. It looks like it's burning in the top a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can bend that some more. Maybe the fire weakened it enough to snap it off. Maybe not. Well, I twisted it around the stump twice and it broke off. Finally, I'm gonna let that burn a little bit. Then I'm gonna go and rake the. There's an old stump that was that big right there laying on the ground. Yeah, it got pushed away. I gotta take something and push it back up. Well, at least I got that piece off. I know it's not all gonna burn up, but whatever don't burn, I'll throw in that brush pile to the left. The main thing I got it broke off. That's good. Who knows if there's enough coal? If there's enough coals there remaining tomorrow when I come out to check it, I'll come out early. If there's enough coals there, and that piece that's burning now burns up, I'll throw this bigger end on this side, on the left side. I'll throw it on the coals. But before I leave, I got to throw that root ball up underneath that, so it gets hotter. I don't want to waste that heat. And that's the side I want to burn anyway, because that side never did burn good. That side of the stump anyway. So this will help it. It'll help keep that burning all night. I'm glad I came out to do this. Yeah, it wasn't quite as windy out here as it was at the rest of the place. Yeah, because the trees keep the trees slow the wind down. Yeah, tomorrow I'll come out here and check it early, and then I gotta try to blade that hill by the barn, get some more dirt off that hill for the culvert. Whatever I can get down there, then I'll gotta disconnect, take off the blade of the tractor, and then put the spear on. And then I gotta feed some hay tomorrow too before it rains on Sunday. I think they're calling like for a 1/4 inch, or I think they're 1/4 inch during the day, and another 1/4 inch at night. I don't know. We'll see. As long as it ain't too much. This video is going to be long when I get done. Well, that's it for today. I pushed that coal root ball up underneath there. That's all I can do. Yeah, I'll check it again tomorrow morning, and then I got that other work to do. Okay, that's it for today. The end. Probably can't see them, but there's a whole bunch of deer there. There they go. There they go. They're going into the woods. There they go. That's it. That's the end. Still about 52 degrees at 7:40 p.m. Yeah. It's been about 20 minutes since the sun went down. No, 40, 20, about 25 minutes. Anyway, supposed to be warmer tomorrow. We'll see.